then the Senate, the House of Representatives, then the Houses of Assembly. And we've talked about the gladiators, whether we like it or not. The governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, is the leader of the party.
That's right.
And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu mentioned that on unequivocal term that governors will call the shots when it comes to party leadership. And that has been evidence in what we have been seeing in the 36 states in Nigeria when it comes to the leadership of the All Progressive Congress. And Ogun State is not an exception. And the leadership of the party in Ogun State mobilize stakeholders to take a decision that they will have what we call consensus candidates. Although there have been arguments about the nomenclature and the label given to consensus vis-a-vis the electoral acts that states that aspirants to decide whether they are going to go for direct primaries or consensus. But let's believe that this is one step towards achieving consensus, because as stipulated in the electoral act, consensus goes beyond stakeholders coming together to affirm or support one particular candidate. That all aspirants, all interests must submit to candidate. If one aspirant decide to, and that has that consensus is no longer feasible. We had when all stakeholders gathered, virtually all stakeholders, because you have not mentioned former governor Otumba Gbenga Daniel. It's also a factor aside the former governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosu. All of them, and that might be in the history of Ogun State. When we talk about succession, that will possibly be the first time when virtually all former governors gather in one room to take a decision. That's, we have former governor Olusegun Oshoba, we have former governor Senator Ibikunle Amosu, we have former governor Gbenga Daniel, all gather together, taking a decision that Olamilekan Yayi will become the consensus candidate. However, that consensus was cut short as a result of the nomination obtained. An aspirant obtaining nomination from Abuja. So that means that we don't have consensus speaking Ogun State. But there are a lot of issues. In fact, the issue of governorship is not even that controversial as such compared to the senatorial ambitions across the states. The Ogun East is, in fact, Ogun East is, we can consider it as the foundation of the battleground for the soul of APC itself. Then Ogun Central is not that peaceful. You know, we noted that yes, former governor Gbenga Ibikunle Amosu was there during that consensus, but who get this ticket of the Ogun Central? The Ogun East also, you mentioned that the deputy governor of Ogun State,
she's running for Ogun West,
and there are also been names such as GNI, among other gladiators. So we have in the studio. Don't let me.
We have our consensus analyst. And he's the one we have decided to.
Make sure you use. So you have a new title now. Our consensus analyst.
And also an editor of Platform Times in the person of Mr. Daoud Olatunji, who just walked into the studio at this very moment. Thank you so much for coming to the studio today. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Okay, so Daoud Olatunji, would you say that Ogun Politics has unofficially entered the 2027 campaign season already?
Yes, it's getting more interesting day by day, and it's part of politics. The smartest or the smarter person will definitely get the trophy. That is what is happening. So if you can play your game very well among the stakeholders, those who shake the things, the movers and the shakers of the party, will definitely, all these things you are talking about, you never talk about Olumide Oshoba. He has got his own ticket. Not because he has performed or he has not performed. He has a father that is protecting him. So whoever wants to go to hell, go to hell. His father has got him his own ticket. So nobody is talking about that. Except you are wasting your time. Because the Godfather is sitting, and the number one priority of the Godfather is his son, and has God for him. But the irony there is, the number one in the party, in the state, is getting it rough. And Mr. Governor, to get the ticket. That's the one you say, Governor is the party leader in the state. Yes, on paper. In some states, they'll get it rough, like Ogun State. It's not that he may not get it, but as a journalist, as a call reporter and investigative journalist, the language of Mr. President is not going that way. Not that I talk to him. If Mr. President has approved,
his body language.
His body language is
but in his talk,
it's not clear.
He mentioned,
you know, politicians when they say good morning,
term.
he has double talk. He has spoken about. He spoke 3 times and he said 3 things. There was a time he told the lawmakers that he will give them, they will get an automatic ticket. That's why they were just rubber stamping some of those things within 4 hours, within few hours. They will just, approve all these loans. Now he gave them the shock of their life that come. No automatic ticket for anybody. You don't understand. And then he told the governors to, what's it called, go to their respective state and then conduct fair primaries. Now, if you have given governors that go ahead to do that, who is selling the form? You, if I say, Dr. Jamiu, you are put in charge of this, I will hand over everything to you.
Now, the form is in Abuja.
Yes, now. That's why if the governor is in charge here, Daniel wouldn't have got the form. But it's the one that will sell the form to him now. If you want to buy something for that, I say I'm not selling. Will you buy? I think you can see the double speaking, all this. I don't want to call it hypocrisy. You see, it's part of politics. When they say good morning, just open your window and see, are we in the morning? And they don't care. I think there are 2 questions I raised when I was coming. I said, these rumblings, what are the factors? What are the causes of this rumbling? And then what is the implication of this on good governance on Ogun State? Those are the 2 things that was just racking my brain. That it is expected from any popular party to witness that kind of rumbling, because a few seats, more people want to occupy the field. So let's start with it. What are the factors that are causing it? The number one is, in Nigeria, I don't want to say in the world, in Nigeria today, where free money can be easily gotten is politics. As I'm talking to you, if they hand over tickets, House of Assembly or Senate or House of Rep to me, I don't need to steal. I'm not talking about the greedy politicians. Even becoming a governor, any governor that steals is I don't want to use that language on radio.
Act right.
There's word that, but I don't want to. So any governor that steals, it shows that
something is wrong.
Something is wrong with him, because he does not need to steal. Anybody that gets this ticket of Senate as a senator, he does not need to steal, because you get a lot of connections. House of Rep, even House of Assembly, even local government chairman. So in Nigeria today, I'm not saying the world, where you can get money without what work do lawmakers do? Can't they be doing part-time? You don't understand. Look at the money they are getting, apart from the allowances. So that is why everybody wants to get there. They know that if they get there, Nigeria will be responsible for most of the things that they be doing. They get a lot of things free, and then they get access to our resources, among others.
I don't know whether you read the report of that woman that was invited by EFCC paying for appointments. Millions of dollars.
What are you talking?
Mobilized to ensure that they got ministerial appointment to NNPC. Millions of dollars.
Even passing budget of ministry, department, agencies. There are so many things that are into it. So when you see anybody throwing money, we are not asking questions. Where does he get it? So one of the factors is our politics has been heavily induced with money. It's money in this politics. It's not service. He say he want to serve you. It's a lie. They are not serving us. So number 2 is, when you look at it very well, you see that if you have political power, there is nothing you cannot get away with in Nigeria. There is nothing you cannot get, because, for instance, if somebody close to you commits murder, and you are a senator with sharing a very sensitive committee that will affect police, you don't understand, they can sort it out. Because you see, for instance, somebody that is handling INEC budget, he can negotiate with INEC that your budget is on my table, I need this, trade by barter. So a lot of things are going on. They use politics to achieve a lot of things. So there are other factors. So, and then now look at the impact. You see, when the impact on Ogun State or Nigeria is, this thing is denying us quality representation. We cannot say that all this rumbling at the end of the day we are going to be happy that we thank God, thank God for this quality Let me give you an example. Look at this woman in Bremo constituency, Elegbeji. They have just spent 2 years. You know, the late lawmaker Ononuga Ijaya died, and then they replaced her with, the woman has not even started enjoying anything. Consider the man morally. The party, if the party is serious and is morally upright, the party should have allowed the woman to recontest and then get her own, because she was using the slot of that woman. According to that consensus, I don't know how the consensus will now scale through. They are picking another person, one of the aides of Mr. Governor. You don't understand. When you go to Yewa North, no, Yewa South, where Akinlade is representing, you know, he wanted to become governor, and then the consensus arrangement denied him. So, and he was eyeing Senate, Ogun West Senate, and they have taken it short. And chief of staff to the governor has been, choosing on that consensus arrangement.
I want us to pick it from the governor, the Senate, then we go to the House of Representatives.
I want us to from simple to complex.
Let's take
it was deliberate.
Okay.
Let's pick it from simple to complex. We now stop at that complex. Okay. That Ogun East. Ogun East is the
hotbed.
It's
right
the hotbed.
Okay.
Ogun Central is it's just a one seat.
Okay. Let's start this way. If we want to pick it from the simple to complex.
Yes, let's
start from the. We have 24 houses of 26 members of House of Assembly, and virtually all of them are members of APC now. Yeah. And there's this assumption that they will get a re-election. So what's the rumbling when it comes to the 26 members of House of Assembly, distribution of the tickets?
Yes, you see, there are so many games that are happening. Few or some of them will eventually, like I read it this morning that this Kaka, forgotten his name, has been chosen by his constituency. So he's enjoying that consensus. And the fillers have not confirmed that the speaker is also getting it rough from Odeda. You don't understand. He's getting it rough from Odeda. That some power that are saying that they should drop him, and then he as a smart politician is also not taking it. The person that was positioned to represent the former speaker, Oluomo, that is former provost of Taski, Kiadeshe, I've forgotten first name, apologies. I don't know why so he was positioned for that. He has been given an appointment. There was a release 2 days ago by governor that loyal
that step down, we get
and he has started giving them that appointment. He has given that man special advisor on whatever, and he's going to enjoy it for 11 months or whatever month. So they are giving to another people. So they are doing that arrangement among themselves, and there may not be too much noise because of that status of that seat. It's House of Assembly, and then governors has what's economous power on who to choose compared to Senate and then House of Rep. So some of these House of Assembly members, some of them may not come back, and because there are so many replacements that are jostling for that seat. So it depends on how they are able to play the game. So when you now look at it, that okay, all these things, what are the criteria that these leaders, both the seen and unseen leaders, because there are some leaders that you are not
Let's
seeing.
now move. House of Assembly, there's no much controversy.
There are controversy, but because those that are there were not there as a sort of their popularity, they were also given that ticket in 2023. They were just given. It's not that they were popular. So maybe those who gave them that ticket are not looking into that direction again. And what would they do?
Okay, possibly. Are we also looking at the possibility of if you have two gladiators fighting for Senate seats in Ogun East, would they also sponsor candidates or aspirants to take the form for the House of Assembly? Would this we are looking at the possibility of the two gladiators at the particular senatorial district, for example, hypothetically Ogun East. We have the governor, we have his own supporters, we have the former governor.
Yes,
we also have his own supporter. Would they, in order to have a discussion of the party intact, wouldn't they now determine who becomes the member?
When you talk about party structure, getting slot of House Assembly is not part of it.
Okay.
They can whip them to the line anytime. They have that stroke. They have that measurement to say, hey, is where the party is going. But whoever emerges as governor, because the way the party is being run, it's not whoever emerges as chairman. Chairman does not
of the party.
Does not have any influence.
Okay.
Well, in everything that is happening, you can't hear the chairman talking. If he talk, they will ask it of the party in the state. It does not have that power. It is Mr. Governor, and it's not only in Ogun State. It's all over. Even in other party, it's not peculiar to APC. That has been because the governor that chose this party and this chairman. So they wield a lot of influence on them. So you can't see Mr. Chairman going this way and the governor going this way. It can never happen.
We have 9 House of Representatives.
Well, all those things, all those people, when you also analyze them too,
are we having the possibility of return tickets?
Not all of them. I heard that JNI has been considered. I heard
for House of Representatives.
It's not that I've really come back, but I've heard. But Akinlade is getting it rough because immediately after he lost the governorship ticket to what's it called, Yayi, he ought to have given that signal that I'll be going back to that House of Rep, but he's eyeing Senate. They brought some narrative that is from Adodo. He has never represented Adodo. You know, Ogun West is very into two. They have Awuri and Yewa. So Adodo, local governments where Awuri is reside, and then the other 4 local governments where Yewa people are. So what they do is that when Yewa take the ticket of Senate for this year or for this election year, the next one they sold it back to Awuri. So Yayi is representing Yewa. And he's the one holding it. And fortunately for him, he has almost got it, that governorship ticket, almost. So, and they need to now say, okay, Yewa cannot have Senate slot again. It will be too heavy. So they have to send it back to Awori. You don't understand. Now, I learned about 4 or 5 people are justly for it. There is a Senator Dada. He had represented that region before, and then Jimo Ojubele and the deputy governor and one other person.
For House of Rep or Senate? For
Senate. We are talking about House of Representatives. We know Toji Akinose is the one representing that Adodo federal constituency, and then I don't think he has issues.
Okay.
So he belongs to governor's camp. He's a diehard supporter of deputy governor.
You have mentioned that of Abeokuta North. Odeda.
Yes.
What about Abeokuta South?
Abeokuta South is from finding so far, although he's still having a bit of little issue. Afo is being is being considered very greatly. And he has been able to play his game among the leaders. And although he's still having some, some people are still saying, he no go green.
Okay. All right. That is it not quite strange that Senator Ibikule Amosun has been quite quiet these days?
That is part of politics. You don't know Amosun. He knows how to play his game, and it's getting more interesting.
But he used not to be as quiet as this. In 2015, in 2023,
he was all over the place.
Even before primaries,
he was governor.
He was
governor. He's no more in governor. You understand that politics?
He was not in governor in 2023.
What much noise did he make? Go and check now. You see, he knows how to play the game. If he knows that the person that holds the ticket is Dr. Jami Folani, he will not come to you. He will not waste his time. If you are 20, he will not come to you. He will just be facing him. He usually say that eyes on the ball. He usually says it when he was governor, eyes on the ball. So he knows where to play the game. He knows when to strike. Look, let me give you an example. When he wanted to celebrate 68 years birthday, he never celebrated it like that. It's not a round figure. It was 68. Look at how he celebrated it. Because they have been minding rumor that he was moving to ADC. He needed to let the whole world know that no.
He's still with APC.
And then he went to Ake Palace with his supporters, and he declared that it's for Tinubu, and he even brought channels so that those do not say he did it. He was in the corner. The whole world knows that no, this man is still in APC. So it was a very great shot, because they wanted to outsmart him then, and he got that message, and then he outsmarted them. So Amosu is interesting because he and his erstwhile chief of staff or deputy chief of staff are the one. The other one, Shofela Shofi, I doubt the Latuji. I'm not saying my own view. It's not there.
It's not there.
I think I'm entitled to my own opinion.
That's it. Yeah.
This ticket is between the two of them.
Who and who?
Sintobi Amosun and then Shuaib Salih. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a journalist. Nobody can say Shuaib has not performed, because I'm a big journalist. I have gone round. The guy has performed, but the guy has not become a governor. He may not wield that influence as former governor. You don't understand. So the ticket is between the two of them. If they sideline Sintobi Amosun, they will give it to Shuaib Salih.
Okay.
And then when you now move to the Ogun West now.
But the assumption was during the consensus stakeholder meeting, where all the former governor met, that they have agreed to zoning the senatorial ticket to.
There was no communique. There was no communique to that effect. You know, when you hold a workshop or a seminar to make it concrete, that so that you not go out and say, did we say this? You issue a communique. There was no communique, and it was just hearsay, and anybody can say it did not happen. You don't understand. So the party official has not talked, but the body language is showing that for the two former governors not to get that ticket, the president will need to give them something, or will need to wait in.
Okay.
Because we are on the feed every day. APC is losing popularity every day. I can tell you. I fact check it. APC is not popular, but
why are they losing popularity?
When you look at the what's it called? The basic amenity governance, people are not getting what they expect from APC government. I tell you. You know, when you want to campaign, everybody is waiting for APC to come and use what do they want to? They want to use elect power to campaign. They want to use security to campaign. You don't understand. So do you want to use economy to campaign? You are getting money. You have free subsidy. We are still borrowing heavily.
But the argument is that it's a long-term effect,
and they
are still going to. We are still going to get the benefit of all the investment.
That will have worked if they are also seen to be what's it called, going through what the masses are going through. They are not going through it. They are living lavishly. They are living that exorbitant life. They are not living as like what they are saying that Nigeria is going through this economic